What's up, Idle Talk Mini Family? What's up? Just to get on here, just to chat about a few things. Number one, if you don't know, there's a brand. And I have some tea about this brand. It's called Aukey. Aukey. Sorry. And they're going out of business apparently. And you know what that means? All their products at Micro Center are like dirt cheap now. So think of like your standard little brick 20-watt charger. So that costs $3, right? So I bought a shit ton of those. I'm looking at them right now. I got about 9 over there, and I think they're super useful. Like tiny one USB-C port power brick for $3, and they're 20 watts. So they're a pretty standard voltage now. So I think if you got a Micro Center near you, you should definitely pull up and see if they got any Aukey things on sale. I bought a few car chargers because technically my work car, I use a traditional charger. So I got to stick that thing in the cigarette lighter or whatever that shit's called. So I usually do that. But yeah, fun fact. So if you've got a Micro Center near you, try and see if you can get one of those chargers for a decent price. It's $3. Not bad. Not too bad at all. Secondly, what did I want to talk to you about? I have a busy day today, really and truly. I just wanted to let you guys know that today. So keep me in your thoughts and prayers. I have to make up some... Yeah, you know what I hate about holidays? Is that I have to make up the fucking hours on the days I didn't have a holiday, apparently. So, yeah, so I have to... in order to get my time card looking correct, I have to work a little bit later these last few days. So, Idle Talk will come out tomorrow around 2 o'clock-ish. 2, 3, maybe. I have to record it tonight and edit it tonight and finish it in the morning. So, that's the Idle Talk plans for this week. I was just watching a TikTok on Instagram. For the lack of a term, I guess. But I was watching this TikTok, and this guy was like, when you're not feeling motivated, be consistent, and consistency will bring back motivation. I was like, oh, that's an interesting like train of thought. So I think that's what I will be doing. I will be being consistent until I am motivated again, which, to be fair, it's only my fault that I'm not consistent. It's not literally anything else, because we were doing so good, and then I just kind of like stopped doing it. So, and I had a pack of gum in the car. Let me tell you, I had a pack of gum in my work car, and then I'm in the office. I'm fucking wasting time doing whatever, and the office manager comes in, and she's like, "Hey, can I borrow your keys to go to FedEx?" I was like, "Sure, but do it quick, because I have to go somewhere. Like, I gotta meet potential people and give them stuff that they need." And she was like, "Yeah, sure. It was only gonna take 10 minutes. I won't be too long." And she fucking takes forever to do it. Right? I'm like, my car is still in the parking lot. I can see it, like from where my desk is. I'm like, my car's right there. Like, I can see you haven't left yet. And so she goes, she does that, comes back, and I go off and handle my regular like parts of my day, doing the extra things that I need to kind of get into a good mark hours wise. And I get in my car, just start doing all those things, and I see that there's some pieces of gum missing. And personally, if that was my regular car, right? And let's say Malik took some gum, I don't care, right? That's Malik, that's my boy. I don't give a fuck. But I did feel some kind of way, because again, I have a gum addiction. I love to chew gum. I can easily go through a pack of gum in 2 days. Like, no joke. 2 days is being fucking like subtle about it, because let's say I start fucking chewing gum at 8 a.m. the previous day, the next day possibly at 8 a.m. I could be done with the pack. That's how fucking like crazy I like to chew gum. And I always hide it under the excuse of, oh no, I'm training my jaw so no one can ever catch me lacking or the sucker punch. But even though I don't think that's how that works, but I digress. But I was like, I saw my gum, I was like, I'm missing like 2 pieces of gum. Like, I know I'm like a fucking fiend, so I definitely knew I had way more pieces of gum in here. And I think she couldn't pull it out subtly because the fucking paper was kind of like rising up and like ripping out of the thing. So I was like, interesting thing. I didn't say anything about it, but I'm saying it to you guys because I think that's weird. Like, don't chew other people's gum that you don't know. Like, I don't fuck with you like that, so don't chew my shit. And we have a new system at work, reporting expenses with your company credit card. And they fucked up, I think, because I got to see what everybody was spending, right? That's the new report. You go in there, you look at all these expenses, you look for your name, you claim you claim it that is accurate, submit your receipts, and you're done, right? But there's some tea there. There's some tea. I'll get into it later, maybe. But there's some tea in the purchase. I was like, interesting. You could do this, but I can't. Okay, crazy. But I digress. I was just like, this is too much information for me. I was just sitting there. It was bright and early. I was trying to figure out my receipts. It was like 9 a.m. probably when I started doing that. I was in the office around 8:30, 8:45. And so I'm sitting there with another coworker, and then another intern comes in. And so now there's us three, and I'm sitting there like showing this intern the report. I'm like, isn't this crazy? Like, there's so much tea in here. And I was in my desk. I was like, you know what? It was finally like 10:30, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna close it. Before this shit ruins my day, I'm gonna just fucking close this shit and mind my business. So that was pretty interesting. I think I was like, I literally got to see everybody's expenses. Which, trust me, I think the old method was better because it's in an Excel sheet, yeah, but you got to look for the tab for your name, and that's it. You handle your shit. I'm not necessarily saying it's a little bit more private, because literally anybody could have opened your tab and saw what you spent, but then it's an extra step as opposed to just scrolling up and down a sheet. So it's interesting to see how people use the company credit cards, especially for instances where I asked about something and then they said no, but then people did. It's just maybe I'm learning that it's better to say sorry instead of asking permission. But, that's something you should always do, right? It's easier to beg for forgiveness than ask for permission. That's what they say. And I'm learning that is pretty much true. But I will see you tomorrow for an idle talk. And I might throw a mini your way in the morning just to hold you off. But I'll see you later. Peace.